Okay. I'm probably gonna need to invite new people. Okay, I'm back. After crashing earlier. Oh, and I added the link to my eBay page down in the description. That's down there too now. Invite to team. Invite to team. I think that was one of the people that was here earlier when I crashed. Invite to team. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened. The computer just decided to restart itself. And it looked like everyone left without even finishing the mission. I hope I don't end up getting bugged because there was 5 people here earlier. And I don't know if they actually quit the team or if they just logged off. I already made the joke, but restarted the stream. I should make the joke again. Red Bull gives you wings! I should probably say this again, just in case. But the music playing in the background is from a band called Woolly Mammoth that two of my friends from high school were in. Tim Bates and Vincent Whitmer. I think I remember that last name right. My memory is kind of terrible. I knew Tim for like 3 years, and I kept calling him the judge because he also did theater with me, and he kept getting cast as a judge in every show I was ever in with him. And it took me that long to remember that his name was Tim. Well, that didn't work. To be fair, I barely remember my own name half the time. Hello. There's a link to GoFundMe in the description below, and my eBay page. Let me jump down, damn it. I've been rubber banding like this all day. I can't tell if it's just a bad day for the lag or if it's like my own computer issue, but my computer did like shut itself down and restart itself a minute ago before I restarted the live. And I'm probably not going to be on too much longer, just this mission and the next one. Because I want to at least finish this arc. That person just ran to the exit. And they quit. Advertise for the team again. Advertise the YouTube one more time. Well, now I'm solo again. Let me go into the mission. Why is this window coming up? I'm not even clicking on the contact. I was clicking on the frickin' portal. I wasn't even facing the contact. Well, I died again. Team. Invite to team. What about the other guy? Can't invite him because he's not in zone. Come on, hit my heels. Shit. Hello. There is a link to a GoFundMe and my eBay page down in the description below. So there are multiple ways to support the fundraiser. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna log off the game now. We're gonna turn this off. Come on. Okay. And I'm gonna add a window so I can bring up uh, window capture, add source. Done. Settings. Window. It would help if I put what I wanted it to capture. Done. There we go. We're gonna hide that section because you don't need to see that. Okay. So yeah, on this page, you can see I have various stuff on here. Leader Megatron is still for sale. I hate transforming that thing. He's just pretty much stayed in robot mode. I think I've transformed him like twice into the vehicle mode. Galvatron, Human Alliance Bumblebee is still for sale. Pack of cards. These guys. Um, let's bring this down so it's not covering the camera. Yeah. They're, these guys are just on the shelf right next to me. This guy, his actual robot hands tucked back because these are supposed to be his hands. Oop. Get it actually on camera. But yeah, these are supposed to be his hands in the armored mode, so I have his actual robot mode hands tucked behind his back so it doesn't look like he has four arms, and it's more accurate. But he does have all his parts. Those are both complete. Get back on the shelf, because that's where you belong until you're sold. Um, then these are right on my desk. So the reason that one's so high, I'm selling both of these guys together because I've got two different versions of him. I don't know why I have two different versions. And I couldn't be sold for several years at different price points. I couldn't be bothered to figure out which one was which, so just like, I'm just gonna sell them both together, you can figure it out. Because there's very little difference between them. And I was pushing that back in because that little mushroom peg was coming out while I was messing with it. But yeah, I don't remember why I have two different versions of this guy, but they're both complete. So I'm selling them both together. You can decide which one you like better and resell the other one if you want to buy those two. And I don't know why the picture blinked out like that. This is also right here on my desk. The movie version of the Fallon. I hate how skinny this design is. And he's not missing his staff. This version of the mold has the flat hands. He can't hold a staff. This is the original one. So it's the missing part. It never came with one. I've got some video games on here as well. These watch cans things, which that's all one thing, and I think I have those as separate because it's only $14. I don't know. Or I think I put them both on there together. I don't remember. And those are playing cards. Another video game. Fallout 3, which I tried to play and got lost in the desert somewhere. And then just where I kept dying and I didn't really finish the game. I like the series, but I never got into the game. And Studio Series Bumblebee, that one I'm selling. That's right here on my desk. He's got the gun underneath. But yeah, I'm selling that one as well. Arkham City, which the Arkham games. I beat Arkham Asylum. This one I got to the Ra's al Ghul trial. I couldn't get past this one part where you're supposed to somehow jump from one ledge to another, but the other ledge is above you, and Batman can only glide down. There's no way to glide up, and it's too far away to use the grappling hook. So I'm like, how am I supposed to do that? I just fall and then never get in range to actually hit the grappling hook. I've looked at player guides of how to do it on YouTube, and I still can't figure it out. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna ever play that again. I'm selling that one. Um, I've got this watch here, which I don't know if it works. It's gonna need new batteries. There's another Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Bumblebee. I've sold one that I had already, but I had two of these things. One was given to me, which is the one that's on the screen right now. And there it is. Then I've got this guy, which I have TJ Omega referenced right here as a future plastic addict victim, because he's mentioned this in videos before that he wants a copy of this to do on Plastic Addict. And I have this guy. I've decided I don't really want him anymore. So he's just sitting here on my shelf. I didn't post a picture of him on here with the wings open, so I'm showing it on video. It's all complete. But I had him displayed on the shelf with this closed because, like, this is how he always appeared in the cartoon in robot mode, so why would I have the wings open, since that's never how he looked as a robot. So I'm kind of hoping TJ buys that and uses it as Plastic Addict. I've actually messaged him and referenced him there, and now I'm mentioning it on video. So maybe TJ Omega will buy that and turn it into a Plastic Addict video, and I'll get more enjoyment out of it knowing that that's my figure that ended up on Plastic Addict than having it sitting on my shelf collecting dust. And that Optimus Primal is down here basically right next to it, I just knocked him over. But yeah, he's missing the part on top of the head, but he does have the star thing that stores in his leg. Most of the ones that are on eBay are missing that, but have this part. So you could potentially get a complete one if you wanted a complete one. This guy is really dusty though. I need to clean him off before I actually send him out, because he's just been sitting there on the shelf collecting dust. Angry Birds cards. I've got a lot of playing cards. The Transformers TCG cards, which is up here behind me. That's all in there. I've got more of them in a binder that I'm debating. The ones in the binder I'm gonna sell separately, but these were all like copies that I had extras of, so I'm just gonna sell them as a big lot. Yeah, there's the full story. I need to double check and probably reframe this. Yeah, there we go. So if I click read more, that shows the full story about why I'm doing the Fundraiser. I'm not gonna read this out loud right now because I'm kind of... It's a lot of bullshit in my past that I don't really want to go over right now. But yeah, I've only had the 3 donations so far for $126. More selling stuff on the eBay, and I've got a couple updates up here. And I've got a lot of both the Prime Beast Hunters Terracons and the Power of the Primes Terracons that I'm going to sell all together, except for 2. I'm keeping the Ripper Snappers because I like sharks, so those 2 aren't for sale, but you can take the rest of them. Because I decided I don't really care about the combiner aspect. I've never really liked that the fists and feet are separate. They're not built in to the figure. So, but I do like shark transformers. I'm a sucker for sharks, so I'm keeping the Ripper Snappers. Those are mine. Those are staying in my collection. I've got these guys for sale, which I mentioned in a previous video, but yeah, they're still available. I got them up here on eBay. This thing, which is not complete. The Thunder Megazord I got loose from somebody. I never had the pink Zord for that set, so it was just a broken Red Dragon Zord. um, one of the uh, legs for the beast mode is missing, which means he only has half of one of his arms in robot mode, and um, the black lion I think is complete. It's possible the helmet is missing. I'm not sure if the helmet was part of the lion or not, because I got this loose to begin with. I have no idea how everything fit together, or if the helmet was just a separate thing that wasn't stored on the individual Zords. So the lion may or may not be complete. Um, the the griffin and the unicorn, the blue and the yellow Zords, those are complete. Those are simple. They're just legs. But yeah, the pink Phoenix is not there. I've never had that Zord. I did have the white tiger Zord at one time, but I believe I sold that off already and was missing the tail when I sold that years ago. But I found the tail, and I don't remember who that originally got sold to, so I just have a loose white tiger Zord tail laying around, so I'm selling it with this. I've got a reissue Rodimus Prime that's up for sale. Energon Omega Supreme Complete up for sale, because actually I'm not going to pull that off of the shelf because it's up there and I want to knock things off from my shelf. But yeah, I originally got this for the combined mode with Energon Optimus Prime, except it doesn't really look good because it's just Omega Supreme with a tiny little Optimus Prime head. I have Optimus Prime and Wing Saber from Energon, and those I actually like combined together. I'm keeping those two. I'm just getting rid of him. Is yes, I know it says Darth Cadus, even though it's actually Kylo Ren, but I refuse to call him that. He shall always be known as Darth Cadus to me. But yeah, I'm selling that Micro Machine set. I've got these two Zords that I'm selling together because they're the exact same thing. They're non-transforming. I don't even know why I have two of them. There's only one Mastodon shield, and neither of them have their fists or swords. Just one shield is the only accessory that I have. These two, and those are gonna go together. And then I've got this thing, which my aunt got me years ago, thinking that it was a Transformer, but it's actually a Power Rangers Lost Galaxy Magna Defender Toro Zord. So I'm selling that. I want to get rid of all the Power stuff. I've been wanting to get rid of all this stuff for years. I've already gotten rid of all the morphers. I'm just working on getting rid of all these Zords. I have a bunch of other Power Ranger stuff in a box next to my bed that I'm going to get through later, once all of the Zords sell. This is a non-transforming toy that's missing one of the shoulder pads, but is otherwise complete and in good condition. And then I've got this trivia box that I'm selling, and a Beast Machine's Rat Trap that is missing the tail. I don't know where that went to. This is Mitten Box, a Hot Wheels Millennium Falcon. I've got one of these things, which is totally not a gun. Totally not a gun. because we don't sell guns. It's just a robot. Pay no attention to the trigger on his back. I'm also selling these two McDonald's toys and those two McDonald's toys. I don't have complete sets, just those two and those two. I don't even remember why I have these or how I got them because I stopped getting McDonald's toys way before this time. And a Transmetal Toot Cheetor I'm selling, which is also missing his tail for some reason. And Cyberverse Optimus Prime, which is in the pile on my desk somewhere. And this Megatron, this Hot Rod, which the spoiler should be yellow, but it's not. This thing's missing a lot of paint. That it came like that. It's kind of a disappointing Cyberverse figure, so that's why I'm selling it. RC has some yellowing on her, and the backpack is terrible in mode, so selling her. Star Wars puzzle complete, selling that. Pez. Another Millennium Falcon, which I think I mislabeled that as Hot Wheels when it's actually Micro Machines. Maybe I mislabeled the other one. Something's off about that. Anyway, there's a strong arm I'm selling. It's mostly Transformer stuff, but I've got other things thrown in there too. So, this guy, I have, or rather I had, 4 versions of this mold. I've already sold one off that I had mint in box. I've still got 2, these 2 right here that are available for sale. This one is not for sale. This is the one version I'm going to keep in my collection because I decided this is my favorite one. But yeah, these other 2 are available for sale on eBay. And I've got a Grimlock for sale at R2D2. Dark the Moon, because I hate the Michael Bay designs. I don't know why I bought these things. I seriously don't remember why I bought this. I don't like the Michael Bay designs. I have it. I don't need it. Make Thrilling 30 Armada Starscream. getting rid of that one. Nightbeat. A lot of these Thrilling 30 figures I bought just for the pack-in comics because I wanted to actually comic books. I don't really have a comic book store in my area, so getting these was like the only access I had to the IDW comics, which I might end up selling those separately later anyway, because it doesn't seem like a complete story, and I read them all out of order. It was very confusing. I thought it would be more of a complete, cohesive story once I collected them all, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna end up keeping those, but I'm selling comics separately from the figures. I, that was an attempt at customization, and I don't. That's all like Sharpie and paint, Sharpie and paint. But yeah, that was an early first attempt at trying to do it custom, and it just went nowhere. I've got a Last Night Optimus Prime that's up on the shelf. Thin Reach. Yeah, this is for sale. He's complete. He's been just on the shelf. Which Optimus is one of the few Bay designs I actually like, but I prefer like the original design or like the Age of Extinction one. This Optimus Prime. Or this one. Those two I'm gonna keep. And the Revenge of the Fallon one I'm gonna keep, but the Last Night version, that's going away. And the Optimal Optimus in the background behind him, that one's not for sale. That's staying on my shelf. And Supreme Rollout Command. Yeah, I don't really like the animated designs either. I bought it just for the character, and yeah, I don't really like the animated designs. I don't like the movie designs. Leader Megatron. There is one movie Megatron that I'm going to keep, which is the Last Night version, because that's the best that he looked in those films. And I'd like to get the concept Bumblebee movie and Revenge of the Fallen leader Jetfire. The Jetfire is for sale. The Optimus that he combines with is not. Because I don't like Jetfire. I think he makes Optimus look worse when they're combined. I did separate them so they're not both together anymore. But that picture is just showing the combined mode, but they're not being sold together. It's just Jetfire. And I've got Thrilling 30 Wasp that's for sale. Complete series of Arrow. Jedi Unleashed board game, which I this came in a lot from another eBay seller, with a board game that I actually did want, and been I never opened this. I've been meaning to resell it for a long time because got this years ago, and it just came with another game that I actually wanted. So I'm keeping the other game. I've always meant to resell this, and it's just been sitting on a shelf. I haven't gotten around to reselling it until now. And yeah, because I don't like the Michael Bay movies. That's for sale too. Oh, and these guys are for sale. I'm selling those both together with the Bumblebee and Twitch that they came with. Um, I had those guys up there, and the other two are lost in the pile of stuff on my desk right now. I don't want to digging those out. This guy's for sale. I only have the picture in robot mode on the eBay page, but I did transform him into vehicle mode. Somebody has messaged me twice on April 1st and earlier today asking if the electronics work. I have no idea. I honestly forgot it even had electronics until that brought up. But I usually take the batteries out of toys like this because the electronics annoy me. So I don't remember how to access the battery compartment. I don't think it is accessible unless I transform him, and this was a pain to get back into vehicle mode. But it's staying in vehicle mode. I just transformed him from robot to vehicle for the last time. And the sword is stored under this panel. So it's inside there. The shield is underneath. It is complete. So whoever that will have to open them up and figure out if the batteries still work or if the electronics still work or not. It should, in theory, because I believe I took the batteries out. This is two Transformers that I'm selling in a lot together. That's lost in the pile of stuff on my desk somewhere. But I decided to sell those two in a lot together because the Lion originally came with Optimus Prime, and the Alligator originally came with Optimus Primal. But Primal's shoulders can't move with the armor that he actually came with. They get locked in. But it moves just fine with the Alligator. And this, because of the colors looking like Lio Convoy, it reminds me of like the Beast Wars 2 movie where these two met each other. These two are not for sale, by the way. Those are staying in my collection. I want to get the big convoy as well. But those armor figures I'm selling those. I bought them mostly out of curiosity because I wanted to see if they were going to be swappable with these ones, but they're not because the connections are different. I've got a bunch of metal figs that are in the box. They have been opened, and so have these. But yeah, I'm selling all this stuff. Human Alliance Roadbuster, which again, why do I have this? There is a saw accessory came with, which is not going to be included. I know where it is. It's not lost. It's with my War for Cybertron Roadbuster, which I'm keeping in action. I customized that one. Actually, I actually like those figures. So all those War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron figures, I'm keeping all those. But yeah, I used that part in my custom. It's not included in this sale. But everything else is there except for that one saw blade. And um, that slug is still box. It's up on the shelf somewhere. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I can't reach it right now. But I've got that mitten box. That's still for sale. Um, the Titans Return Galvatron, because I replaced it with this version. So this is now my G1 Galvatron in my collection on my shelf. So I don't need the Titans Return one anymore. This is a much better version of Galvatron. So the funny thing is, I originally wasn't going to replace the Titans Return one until I saw that he came with this. So you can recreate that scene in the movie, and also I found that one at a discount, so it wasn't even at the original price. Darth Vader Bop It. That's for sale. This, the Energon Scorponok was picked up loose at flea market. So that was kind of broken and missing parts when I first got it. One of the arms is cracked to the point where it's probably going to fall off. I'm basically selling it for parts. Somebody might be able to use it in a custom or to complete a broken or Scorponok they have. But yeah, I have no use for this. It's just taking up space, so I'm trying to sell this one. The Mandroid Build-A-Figure. So I got a few of the Earthspark toys, and I didn't really have any interest in completing this guy, so I don't have the legs or the other arm. I've got two of these harness things and two heads. That's all in a lot together. So if if you're missing any of those parts, you can buy those and complete your Mendroid, and you'll get extra parts to resell. I should post this on eBay. Because I have two. And the reason I have two is because this is the one I bought. So it can't transform because I'm not sure if that's gonna show up on camera or not. But that little peg right there is warped. You probably can't tell, but yeah, that doesn't fit where it's supposed to. There was something else on this figure. But I don't remember what it is right now. What was the other thing? I don't even remember what the other issue was, but yeah, the pegs on this thing that are supposed to hold it together in vehicle mode are all warped, so it doesn't actually fit together in vehicle mode. So I sent pictures of the issue to Hasbro. Was it something to do with the pegs on the feet? That. Oh yeah. There's a little bit of extra plastic on this foot peg as well. So yeah, the and yeah, just the pegs that are supposed to hold this together in vehicle mode are all warped and have extra plastic on them that aren't supposed to be there. So it doesn't hold together like it should, like this one does. Hasbro sent me this one for free as a replacement, but they never asked me to send this one back, so I still have it. So this is a factory defect that I could sell on eBay for some extra money because it's just taking up space on my disc. And yeah, I took this off to have her hold it like she does in the cartoon. But she's not listed right now, but I might list her later. I've got Wonka listed here. This one's unopened because I have two copies of this movie. I don't know how I ended up with two copies, but I'm selling one. The Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie. Selling that. Transformers Rise of the Beast. Surprisingly better than I thought it would be, but I'm still selling it. The only Transformers movies I'm keeping are the original 1986 one and Transformers 1, which I really wish more people saw Transformers 1. That's actually a good movie. I'm disappointed Transformers 1 is not getting a sequel. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I love the books. But that movie. Why did they give Zaphod the head flipping up gimmick thing? I hate that. It makes me cringe every single time his head flips up to reveal the other face. I don't like this movie. It doesn't do the book justice at all. I'm selling this freaking movie. I'm keeping the books because I love the books, but the movie, that is going away. And this Dark of the Moon Shockwave, which for some reason I thought I sold already, but I still have it. I think it was actually the Transformers Prime version that I ended up selling. But yeah, this is a complete figure. It's still in good condition. I just don't like the movie designs. It's Shockwave isn't one of the worst designs in the Bayformers movies. The only thing I don't like is that chest that they gave him. And I bought this figure originally planning to customize it to give him a more G1 style chest, but I never figured out how to actually do that, and I just sort of gave up on the customization. So it's just been sitting around. So yeah, I'm just gonna sell it. Age of Extinction, selling. Cyberverse Adventures Bumblebee. Yeah, I one because it's basically the IDW design, and have the Thrilling 31, which I feel like is a better toy than the ones that came out after. So I don't feel like I need this one. And then the Cyberverse Adventures Shockwave, because I don't really like the four-legged walker thing that he transforms into. So yeah, I've got 4 pages of sales up. This is probably going to go up later. I have some comics and some more cards that I'll probably put up later. But, yeah, I think I'm slowly running out of things to list. And I've got another tub of Power Ranger stuff that I need to put up. I've got a tub of Transformers over there that I need to somehow get into and put those up for sale. That's mostly Armada stuff. It's just been sitting in a box for years. There's a box right here I need to get into. There's like 2 boxes over there. Like getting into boxes is gonna be like the hardest thing because it's all buried.